Here with Coach Ben Murphy of the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights. And Coach, it seems like a while ago when you had that game, doesn't it? For some weird reason.
It was like a week and a half, I believe.
It does. Let's talk about the game briefly. But we're going to do a little different segment today. Instead of doing the rewind, I want to kind of do some helmet stickers and game ball with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Before we get started, though, why don't we talk about the game a little bit and what was going through your mind when that ball was in the air in the fourth quarter?
Probably can't say what was going through my mind, but honestly, it's Brian Staten asked me, and I looked at the clock right when that ball went in the air because I thought that the kid was open and was going to catch it, and I just want to know how much time we had left to get back down the field, to at least get in field goal position. Fortunately for us, our DB recovered, and bang bang play, and we were fortunate to come out with the win right there. But as far as what was going through my mind that particular time, I probably have to decline and say
we can't beat that out, kid.
Yeah.
Well, with those county games, sometimes you just never know what you're going to get, and I think that was one of those games right there that both teams played really hard, and
right.
Although it wasn't the most polished game on the planet, they certainly played their butts off.
Both teams did it. They did a great job. Our hats off to South Green. They played extremely hard. I think we did too. The game could have turned on any play. So that's something you just got to be aware of, and something you prepare for each week.
Great. And let's talk about some of the. Let's give out the proverbial helmet stickers for some of the players who showed out for you.
First, we really want to laud or give kudos to our offensive line at that time. We had over 300 yards total offense, 286 yards rushing, I believe. And of course, Tyler Coe had a great game, but he couldn't have done anything without his offensive line. Landon McCamus, Jacob Quillen, Jacob Thompson, Alex Fry, Caleb Gregg, those five up front. And we subbed in with Nick Quillen and, of course, Austin Smith. And our tight ends in our scheme, wing T, Josh Lamb and Daniel Bedingfield swapped in and out all night long. And they have to do a lot of blocking at tight end in our offense. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our backs, too. For a helmet sticker, you're talking about a kid that ran for 238 yards or something like that. Nick Sandstrom and Dylan Brown and Chris Hinkle, those three played a predominant number of snaps at running back. And again, in our offense, backs are asked to block, not just run the football. So those kids right there, I would have to nominate for a helmet sticker. Defensively, I'd probably have to go with our two inside linebackers. Hunter Cobb will probably play the game of his life. And Jacob Quillen, number 55, he's all over the place. Tranning Ottinger at corner. We did a lot of man coverage this week and a lot of pressing. He was up there in the receiver's face, and he did a great job getting hands on him each and every time we snapped the ball. I thought our defensive line did a pretty good job pressuring. Again, Caleb on the defensive side of the ball did a great job, and then Josh and Landon McCamus and Daniel Bedingfield coming off the ends. And Tyler Coe, of course, playing some defensive end. He went both ways. So it was a total team effort in that respect, and that's one of our mottos is together, and I thought the team did a good job of handling that.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, a team effort for sure. I mean, it seems like sometimes that game was between the 20s at time, but when he got a little over past the 20, your kicker made a couple big kicks.
Yeah, I forgot about Carlos. I don't know how. I mean, kid scored two field goals. That's 6 points right there, and he only scored 12. He scored half the points himself.
Yeah.
But we had good snaps. We preached that. Nick Quillen, just a little sophomore, he's out there snapping the ball. And of course, Brent, the senior holder, and Carlos is a junior, just nice and easy and swung through. Coach Yoakum's kind of coached him up in that respect, and Carlos he could be a weapon for us.
Yeah, right down the middle. Okay, Coach. Now I want you to give out a game ball for the big win. Who showed out for you at that game?
I want you to give the game ball. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, Tyler had the big game, monster stats and all that, but he couldn't have done it without his offensive lineman. So we would have to go. I personally would go game ball to the offensive line.
Yeah, 5 game balls for those guys. They played great.
There are grunts. They're nicknamed the grunts, and they have a little practice area called Gruntville down there. They don't get all the accolades and stuff or the pictures in the paper. So we're going to give them the game ball.
Yeah, they definitely earned it, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.